I still don't get used to it. It's pretty hot.
If it seems the world is getting hotter, that's because it is.
Before, it's only 100. Right now, 110, 120.
Historic highs, with the last 7 years the hottest global temperatures in recorded history.
The heat is on. This is dangerously hot weather.
Last June, an unprecedented heat wave killed hundreds in the Pacific Northwest, including Shane Brown's 67-year-old mother, Jolene.
I kind of realized something didn't look right, that she wasn't moving.
He says it was 108 degrees when he discovered his mother inside her low-income housing unit that didn't come with an AC.
Do you feel that you had a warning that weekend?
Not really, no. They were just like, oh, it's going to be a hot one. There wasn't any seriousness behind it.
Heat waves are the most consistently deadly weather emergency in the U.S., killing about 600 people every year. On average, that's roughly 13 times more lives lost in hurricanes, but you wouldn't know it from TV.
Hurricanes are so dramatic. I mean, they're visually appealing. They make for great television.
Kathy Boffman-McLeod leads an international climate group that hopes to make heat waves just as recognizable by naming them.
Do you think this is what it's going to take for people to take heat waves seriously?
That's, a little bit twisted, but it doesn't have the appeal that tornadoes and hurricanes and fires do. They're not visually grabbing. And so we have extra work to do to make people understand how serious and how deadly they are.
Her group suggests naming and categorizing heat waves like we do hurricanes. There would be 3 classifications, categorized not just by temperature, but by how many people could fall ill or potentially die.
Right now, a powerful Category 4 storm, Maria, is hitting with 155-mile-an-hour winds.
Names like Katrina, Sandy, and Maria, now frozen in memory, synonymous with death and destruction.
Is there some sort of thing that clicks in the brain when you name a weather event that really draws people's attention?
Absolutely. Think about the first thing you do when you have a baby. You give it a name. And we name things that we care about and that we pay attention to.
The theory already in action this summer in Seville, Spain, the first city in the world to do it. Over in North America, Los Angeles is one of 4 American cities piloting the program.
As you know, we saw 1,100 people die in British Columbia and in Oregon and Washington last summer. I mean, that's a mass casualty event.
Back in Portland, Shane hopes heightened awareness could be the difference that spares tragedy.
Shane, do you think that if there had been a name and a category to the heat wave last year, do you think that would have saved your mom?
I can't say for sure, but I know that it wouldn't have hurt. I think that if there had been that kind of sense of urgency and emergency behind it, more people would have taken it seriously.
George is joining us now live. George, I'm glad to have you with us here. So we've talked about these cities, right? And you mentioned them in your piece, but you got Miami, LA, et cetera. Any plan to roll out the system across the country as like a nationwide thing?
Hey, Hallie. Well, right now, there is no such plan. Now, Kathy's organization has been in talk with NOAA about this. Now, we did reach out for comment. They did not get back to us to see if they'd have any interest in taking this on a national scale if these pilot programs go well.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.